Even a simple app like this battery charge alarm on the Google Play Store can gain hundreds of thousands of active users. But creating and launching an app like that would still take hours of coding, right? Well, not really. In this Base44 tutorial, I'll show you how to build an app without coding and launch it on app stores in minutes. Let's start by covering pricing, because that's one of the first things you'll run into anyway. You can head to the Base44 website using my link in the description. Then you'll need to register and choose a plan. Let me help you with that. The general idea here is pretty simple. The more you pay, the more capacity you get for building, running, and maintaining your applications. There's a free plan available, which is great for getting a feel for the platform and experimenting a bit, but it's more of a testing ground. The credit limits are pretty restrictive, so if you're thinking about building a full working app, you'll outgrow it pretty quickly. Not to mention publishing on app stores won't be possible. The starter plan is alright if you need a very simple web app without needing to move it anywhere. But the most practical plan for most people is the builder plan. The biggest advantage is that you can actually download or export your project. That means you're not locked into a web app or even locked into the Base44 platform itself. The builder plan gives you enough resources to build properly without jumping straight into the more expensive tiers. Those higher tiers don't really give you much else besides more credits. Well, there's also early access to beta features and premium support on the elite plan. Right, let me explain credits really quickly. Message credits are what you use while building your app. Every time you prompt something like change this or add that, or even use discuss mode, you're spending message credits. Integration credits only kick in once your app is already running. These are used whenever your app performs actions. That also includes actions triggered by your users after the app goes live. So if your app gets popular, you'll need a lot more of those. But that doesn't mean you should start with the elite plan. You can always upgrade later. Whichever plan you choose though, use my Base44 discount by scanning this QR code or clicking the link in the description. Next, let me show you how to use Base44 and build an app with AI tools in practice. For this AI app builder tutorial, I typed in a simple prompt for an app called Clarity Flip, where a user enters two choices, flips a coin, and gets one outcome with a true 50-50 chance. I also asked it to store past decisions with the question, result, and user response, while keeping everything simple and without requiring a login. For me, this simple app got built in less than a minute, both the front end and back end. Front end is basically everything you see and interact with, like buttons and layout, while back end is all the behind the scenes logic that makes the app actually work. The process was super simple. I didn't give any instructions about design, but the Base44 no-code app builder still came up with something that fit the idea really well. Now, everything worked, but the perfectionist in me wanted to improve it. If you're not sure what else you want, Base44 can actually suggest ideas for you. You can also switch to discuss mode, where you can talk through changes, explore ideas, or better understand the logic without immediately applying anything. Then you can go back and implement those changes whenever you want. In my case, I decided to add a new feature. I prompted it to include a reflection step after the coin flip result. So after showing the selected option and waiting a couple of seconds, the app asked the user something like, "Did that feel right?" with two buttons, yes or not really. Anyhow, while it's still a simple app, with just a couple of prompts, we went from a basic idea to a working application. If you want to try all of that yourself or build your own app idea, you already know how. So use my discount from the description and give it a try. Alright, so I created an app and honestly it was super easy, but you also need to know how to launch the app with AI. To publish my web app, I need to convert it into a mobile app to comply with Google Play and Apple Store guidelines. For anyone completely new to this, it's worth knowing the technical name for the process: wrapping. Recently, this process got a whole lot easier. Since the February update, when publishing your app, you can simply choose between web or mobile, or you can just type another prompt like, "Wrap the app we just created for Apple App Store release." There's one difference between Google Play and Apple Store apps though. Apple's much stricter with compliance policies, but don't worry, Base44 can help you with either platform. That said, there are still a few things you should know. First, you're still responsible for the final submission, meaning you'll need an Apple developer or Google Play developer account to upload the app yourself. Also, to download the app source code from Base44, you need the builder plan or higher. So yes, it'll cost some money. To reduce those costs, make sure to use my discount from the description for the best Base44 deal available. Another thing to keep in mind is that while Base44 can help tailor your app to meet App Store requirements, the legal responsibility for full compliance still rests with you. So there you have it, a quick but full Base44 tutorial on how to build an app with AI and get it on Google Play and Apple Store. Grab my discount and try it for yourself. You can build almost anything you want in minutes. Thanks for watching and go build that app.